Hey guys, on today's episode, we're going to be installing a Black Forest Industries weighted shift knob for our DSG GTI.
Life is this. I like this.
After 5 years and 85,000 kilometers, the factory knob has gone worn out a little bit. Some imperfections in the leather or the vinyl, whatever you want to call it. So we think this is going to be a nice upgrade for our factory DSG knob to go to this nice weighted knob. So this knob is very popular to all Volkswagen enthusiasts. I'm not really sure why, and I didn't bother doing any research on it, but I will say the quality is pretty nice on this knob. It is made to order, so it did take some time to get here, but I must say I am impressed. Just the feel of it, it just feels stout. Now time for the install. So opening up the box, you get the knob, a little tool kit, as well as the coin. They include a zip tie for the boot, which is very nice. Packaged nicely in some foam. And then you get the adapter for the knob. So this is the actual mechanism that you're going to be setting the knob into and using to pull up and put it into the selected gear. So now we're going to start by removing the shifter surround. You just pull on the clips here and you pop it out like so. So be careful for the electrical connector here. I think we're just going to leave it plugged in. It is nice, they do include all the Allen keys required as well as the zip tie to reinstall the boot later. The only tool they do not include is some side cutters, which you're going to need to just grab this clamp here and just cut it. So we're just going to get in there and just cut it off. Okay, so now that we got it cut, we just gotta open it up a little bit, drop it down, and then now you have to use some force. Be careful not to hit the screen, not to damage anything, no knuckle busting, but you just gotta grab it. Oh, you know what? Maybe we will unplug. So just to be safe, we are gonna unplug this connector here, because when you do pull out the knob, there is not much slack in this and you don't want to damage it. So all you got to do is release this little electrical tab in here, this little on the connector, and then you just wiggle her out, and there it is. Now she's unplugged. Now you got to grab the knob from the base and just pull up like that. So as you can see now, we've got the knob removed from the shifter. This is what the shifter mechanism looks like. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the knob and we're gonna pull it out. I think we have to remove something here. So now that we've got the knob and boot in our hands, to remove this piece, it turns out we will need a screwdriver. This is the next tool you need that's not included. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take the screwdriver, put it in here, and you're supposed to forcefully pop this piece out. So it could get dangerous. Just brace yourself. So the little screwdriver didn't work, so we got to bring out the bigger one.
Okay.
There we go. So you can see that now we've got it released. We've got the piece removed. And then now we can take the knob out. So there it is. The stock knob. Chuck it in the trash. So we'll leave this coin for later. Now we're gonna prepare the set screws for the shifter and apply some Loctite so that they don't rattle loose. So these guys go into these two holes here. So just get them started. Okay. So now that we've got this started, we're gonna head back into the car and we're gonna install this onto the shifter assembly. So now we're gonna take the aftermarket sleeve, we'll call it, from the Black Forest Industries shifter, and we're gonna take it and we're gonna slide it over here, and we're gonna tighten this set screw inside of this little eyelet, we'll call it. So as you can see, the shifter rod has these slots in the front and in the back, and the aftermarket shifter also has some tangs sticking out of it in the inside. So the easiest way to get it to line up is to just eyeball it to where it needs to go, drop it in, and take it and just turn it until it falls in like that. Okay, so originally the screw was in this hole, and after putting it in and installing it on there and tightening the screw just a little bit, I realized that the screw can't go into that hole if it's sideways. As you can see, our hole is right here. Some shifters are side mounted where the button is on the side, so it is a good thing that there's multiple holes on the top here. As you can see, 4 holes, 4 different shifter assemblies. So once you put it in, spin it so that it drops down, now you know that the hole is this way. So now you can take your screw very carefully. Don't lose this guy, because then you'll be out of luck. We just take it and we'll just start threading it in. So our little plastic selector that was on the inside, it had a little bit like of a plastic burr. So we had to get a little hand file and file it down a little bit. And now the screw is going in. Okay, now it's tight. Okay, so now that we've got it half installed, now we can test to see if it's got some good engagement or not. So we'll press on the brakes, lift it up, put it in neutral, or reverse, sorry. Neutral, drive, and then forward again, reverse, park. So we know it's not binding and it's operating pretty well. So now that we've got everything sorted, we're gonna just evenly start to tighten these set screws here. So one thing that's not mentioned in their install video is that you have to make sure that this part of the shifter is bottomed out onto that little screw there, because if not, once you tighten this down there, you won't be able to pull this up into reverse. So you need to have this piece all the way up to that screw so that when you lift up on the knob, it pulls into reverse. Okay, so now that we've got the hard part done, knob, we've got the knob. Now all we do is slide her down like this, and that's it. Wait a minute, we didn't install the boot.
And then you're supposed to line this up.
Yeah, you then after you tighten this down, you loosen the Allen on the top, and then you line this up in the back so that you don't see it. So before we install the knob, we slide the boot back over, and if my guesses are correct, the boot will lock in here after. So slide the knob over this part and make sure you get the boot to line up in here so that the zip tie has a good place to grab, and these lips will stop it from either going down or up. So let's twist her around. Okay, so once you've got it pretty much bottomed out, take the zip tie, feed it around. This is a fancy zip tie. Look at this. What
It kind of moved though.
Yeah, what's going on with the zip tie? What kind of zip tie is this?
Oh, maybe it goes like
Oh, it goes like
around
this.
and yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess you really do learn something new every day. This is like a double zip tie.
Are you sure?
Well, I think so. I don't know. Okay. So we also want to make sure we keep this straight.
Did you hold it?
Yeah, maybe grab it like this and hold it like that. You want to make sure that the lines, the red stitching stays in the middle, otherwise it'll get a little bit twisted. Okay, now take your side cutters, just cut off the axis. Plug this guy back in, like this. Okay, fluff up your boot a little bit.
Perfect.
Now, for almost the last part of this install, snug up the knob. Now you got to take your 3mm Allen. That is also not included in the box. You have to use your own. And you loosen it so that you can, maybe a little bit more, so that you can adjust it. The best thing to do would be to line this up with the back so that you don't see it. Like that. Yeah, that looks right. Just make sure. Okay, my eyeball says it's good. Now torque this up real good. Click. Okay. So now that the knob is all installed, we made sure it works. It's nice and tight. Lines lined up. Now for the one-shot deal is to install their coin. It's installed with 3M backing. Flip it over. So you just peel it off and you've got to try your hardest to center it. So good luck.
Oh my.
Hurry up!
Yo! I don't understand what's going on here. And also, I don't know if it's peeling or if it's like there's a thing on top. Do you see?
Yeah, there's probably a thing on top.
I hope so. I don't know why. I think it's just peeling. No, I literally think it's just peeling. So it might be defective.
Did that piece just come off?
Yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah. Here we go, guys. The moment of truth.
I need tweezers for this.
Be careful.
Okay. Got it.
And there we go. Shift it. And there you have it. Black Forest Industries shift knob.